If I'm that 18 car right there, if I'm probably Jeff Burton or Matt Kenseth, do you understand the words stay out?
I do. I wouldn't want to come in, not on this racetrack.
13 lead lap cars, 9 laps to go. And Jeff Burton, as we took you through the lead lap cars, unable to close that gap on Kyle Busch. 5.3, 5.2 seconds. That's where it stayed.
And the reason I say that, we've watched it all day long. There's just not that much give up on the stopwatch, even as hot as it is, with this tire combination that they brought here.
Well, all you need, if you're the leader, 18, all you need is for Jeff Burton and maybe Matt Kenseth and your teammate 11 to stay out, and you got it made. Now, if you sit out there and you're only man out there by yourself, I'd be a little worried.
Bowyer way up the racetrack in turn 2, but he gathers it back in. No harm, no foul. I think he was just going way up the racetrack to get out of a fast closing Jimmy Johnson's way, because they are not on the same. They are on the same lap. That was for position, but Bowyer let him go, and now lets the 17 of Kenseth go by.
But you mentioned Jimmy Johnson in that 48 car. Of course, what he's trying to do is become the first car a lap down. He's got to go by A.J. Allmendinger in the 43 and Mark Morgan in the 5. But his lap times, unless he's passing somebody, it's a couple of tenths quicker right now than Kyle Busch in the 18.
Well, I asked him in the pre-race, I said, did you ever heard a clank behind you lately?
Was that look?
He might want to check behind him one more time.
And I'm not sure he understood your question.
I don't think he did. I'm talking about that horseshoe he's been carrying around.
You think it fell?
I think it may have.
Well, he has dropped to 4th in the Sprint Cup standings. He was 2nd coming in and will leave here in 4th place. 5 laps to go for Kyle Busch. Jeff Burton has now dropped to 7 seconds back, and Kyle will move up 1 spot from 3rd to 2nd if things continue as they are.
And the biggest thing, this would be 10 more bonus points to add to your points total at the end of these 26 races. 10 points bonus for every win.
And it would mean that no other driver qualifies to race in the Sprint All-Star race next Saturday night at Charlotte Motor Speedway live on Speed. 3 to go.
See, Dave Rogers, his crew chief, his team told me after their win at Richmond, said, you know what, you might outrun Dave Rogers, but I promise you, you won't outwork him.
Well, what he needed was that win at Richmond. Once he got that, I saw a change in this guy. His confidence level shot way up as a crew chief.
All right, man, 2 to go.
Just get around here one more time, take the white flag.
Once the leader takes the white flag, then we've got a race.
He's halfway down the back. He's a half a lap away from securing a win.
Jeff Burton 7 seconds back, not going to be a threat. Harvick and Edwards battle for 7th.
And here it is, the
White flag in the air for Kyle Busch.
I've never seen a flag so pretty.
It's got to be down in there, man. He's got to be exhausted. He's got to be.
Kenseth 8 seconds back. Hamlin 8.5, Reutemann 9. He unplugged his radio, plugged it back in, got back in communication with the crew.
Beautifully done, guys.
And in his 198th start, Kyle Busch scores his 18th Sprint Cup victory in the Autism Speaks 400.
You know, the ironic thing is he's the guy that made all the mistakes last year, and this year he's not making the mistakes. Other people are.
Burton 2nd, Kenseth 3rd, Hamlin 4th, Reutemann, Biffle, Harvick, Edwards, Stewart, and Logano the top 10. Jeff Gordon,
Martin, all day. Thank you, buddy.
Truex, and Newman also finish.
Nice work, bud.
Also finish on the lead lap. Allmendinger a lap down with Mark Martin, Jimmy Johnson, and Clint Bowyer.
And we did not think it was going to be a game changer, but Joe Gibbs Racing now, they've won 5 of the 7 races with this new rear spoiler that was put on after Bristol.
It is Kyle's 2nd Dover win, his 6th top 5 here in 11 starts, and his 2nd win of the season. But importantly for the point chase, it is his 6th consecutive top 10 finish. 3rd time in his career he has swept the Nationwide and Sprint Cup race in the same weekend.
This is a tough pit road right here to do a burnout on with all that banking.
We saw Greg Biffle crash here a few years ago.
Of course,
Coach
he does
Joe
have a
Gibbs,
little practice.
A leader by example. It's the 5th win for Joe Gibbs Racing at Dover. In NASCAR's 3 National Series, Kyle Busch led a total of 494 laps this weekend and picks up 2 checkered flags.
Unbelievable.
And he's mad about that race on Thursday.
Because he had that one won.
Oh, he had it won. I mean, it was a piece of cake.
I think we'll see the normal little bow.
I love it when you get out of there. All that smoke. Give me that flag.
We'll be back with more at Dover International Speedway, where Kyle Busch has won the Autism Speaks 400.